Good day, everybody. It's Craig Cobb here from Trade with Precision for another free newsletter, the 22nd of October. And geez, we had a good week last week. A lot of movement in the markets, a lot of good trends, and depending on how you traded, there was a lot of good opportunity out there, and certainly a lot of our traders took advantage of that. Now, coming into a new week, we've got to see what's happening at the moment, and really it appears that we are waiting for some major news announcements to occur re the dollar. The dollar is at a very crucial point, as shown in the free newsletter that goes out to the ICE exchange that you probably have seen this week. Now, we've got non-farm payrolls are out this evening. Okay, so and there's actually quite a bit of news out this evening, I'd say, and also unemployment rate as well in the US, and that's because obviously there was a government shutdown during the normal time for non-farm payroll. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes down and what happens there. Now, nothing really changes though. We've still got trends, we've still got trades, we've still got to have a strategy and a structure to our trading, and that's what we're going to look at today. First thing I want to look at is Kiwi dollar, because it's really been strong. You can see here in the last few months we've seen a push back up around this resistance level that we've broken through once. We're still hovering around that point now, but on the weekly you can see we have got a clear uptrend, higher high, higher low. This is much more clear up this end, of course, with the moving averages now fanning in the correct order, and price just tinkering around that level of resistance, seeing what it's going to be doing. I'm not quite sure. We're just waiting. On the daily as well, a lovely looking trend there. We've hit that level. I'd like to see it break above and pull back in for opportunities long. That's something that I'm looking for. But New Zealand dollar certainly with a good trend, and that is towards dollar weakness. We've also got some dollar weakness coming across in Singing in the bigger time frames. You can see here on the monthly, we are on an uptrend. We've had quite a large amount of selling going on recently on the monthly, last couple of months, and the weekly is now rolled back over and heading or looking lower. Now on the daily, we're in a very, very nice downtrend, to be fair, and we see ourselves pulling back up around this level of support and resistance. You can see if I just zoom out a little bit, it's been resistance through here, it's been support, 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 support. Then we've seen it as resistance and more resistance and support recently again on this 1, 2, 3 occasions. Now sure, it's not an exact level, but because it's gone back so far and there has been a number of really good touches there, I am keeping a very close eye on that level and looking for trading opportunities off of that. Small candles with the trend is what I'm after, similar to what we saw here, although this one not so small. So some good opportunities quite possibly coming up again to be shorting the dollar, and we're just simply waiting for this news to come out. I would suggest I don't know if there'll be too much volatility for the session for me here in Australia throughout the day, just simply because there are some major news announcements coming up and it's pretty quiet up until that time this evening. So I think tomorrow we may see a lot more opportunity coming back in after that news pops up. But certainly, look, another really, really good trend there, and playing into that dollar weakness theme. We may not see it, but these trends are certainly suggesting that there is the possibility for that to occur, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Aussie Swiss is another one to keep a very close eye on, and I'll show you why. More so than anything else, Aussie on the weekly has just gone into an uptrend, and it looks like it's set to have, well, I shouldn't say it looks like it's set to, it would be fairly logical to see it at least come up and retest this level. Look, support, 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 support through this level. A test up into there would certainly not be out of the cards. And if we look on the monthly as well, that would get us back up into this sell zone. If we're going to see this downtrend continue, that would be a healthy place for that pullback on the monthly to occur. Now what we're seeing on the daily is an uptrend. It's just resumed, and we've just seen this higher high break through here. Moving averages are fanning quite nicely, and we do have a flat level in through here. Now if I just draw that in like this, I'm not really looking to take any trades until we get through that level, just for a confirmation of that break. But if we can get through, it will look good for a move higher up to, as I said earlier, around about this level up here at 8,900 or more, thereabouts. Okay, it looks like a fairly clear move up until that point. Now before I go any further, guys, I just want to let you know of the webinars this week. I've got some more pairs to look at after this, but I'll just bring it up now. We've got a couple of things happening. For a start, just so everybody is very well aware, we have a live trading event coming up in November. It will be for, it will be myself and the entire trading team, including Nick, Tamar, Graham, Howe, and every single person on there will be in there trading and showing you how we're scanning the markets, looking for live trades, and it will go for a number of hours. Now what we're going to do is do that towards the back end of November, and if you'd like to know more about how you can join us on that live trading event and see us actually doing what we say we do, in a live environment, then please do, register for these webinars to show your interest, come and hear about what we are doing, and learn a bit more about us. The first webinar is going to be tomorrow, 6 a.m. the next day of the 22nd, so the 23rd in Australia and New Zealand. But this one's really geared more towards those who are in the northern hemispheres and have access to a lot of those intraday markets. Now, of course, I trade intraday as well, but it's a very good webinar to basically expose some of the truths behind intraday trading. People don't really understand the business of trading and the business of trading intraday, and it's really going to open your eyes up to see if it's right or not for you. Then what we've got is I will be presenting on the 23rd of October, and this is geared a lot more towards the UK, Sydney and Auckland. We're going to be looking at how to trade foreign exchange with precision. Now, this is not just a webinar, it's also a live scan, and you know what, if I find any trades in there, I will be taking them. I will be letting you know of what they are and why I like the look of them. So you're going to get a lot of information in there. There will be a lead in explaining a lot about foreign exchange and what I'll be looking for, and then I'm going to go through my list live with you all to watch it. So if you're in Sydney, if you're in Auckland, or if you're in London, I really highly recommend that you tune into that, because again, you're going to learn a lot about what I look for, and also something extremely important that a lot of people fail to understand is how a professional scans the market. I don't scan it 5 times, looking and looking and looking and looking. I do a scan, and then I'll give it a few hours and I'll scan again, and a few hours and I'll scan again. And the scans are always exactly the same, and they're structured, and that's why I get more often than not good trades from my scans, if I get any trades. So join me for that on the 23rd of October. I'd love to see a huge turnout on that, because it will be a live market scan, and as I say, if there are live trades, they will be taken while that event is on. So they're the webinars coming up, guys. Don't forget to register for those. The link will be below this video. Register yourself for that. The rooms do fill up, so make sure you get onto that and learn about the trading event in November, but also the intraday trading myths and watching me scan the market live. Now, coming back to finish off the scan here, GBP NZD is the next one that I am looking at quite closely, quite simply because we're back into every single time frame being in agreement. Now let me show you what I mean there. We've got the monthly, we've got this lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We had these lower lows coming in. So a bearish candle in this sell zone, bearish candle in this sell zone. We've now seen this month's candle break the low of it, and that is basically showing me that there's a likelihood that we'll see this roll back over. Now, because of that, and also combine that with the fact that we now have a lower high low and a lower low, we're now officially in a downtrend on the weekly. So monthly in a downtrend, weekly in a downtrend, and obviously daily in a downtrend. This is the sort of thing I'm looking for. Small bearish candle in this zone for a continuation of that trend lower. Now, there is some support down through here. We have broken through it once. I would like to be getting a trade where I could possibly be out 1-to-1 before there, but I will be assessing that at the time, depending on what the trade offers, if it offers me anything at all. But long story short, Sterling Kiwi, a very nice downtrend, and one I'm certainly keeping a very close eye on. Aussie CAD, a fantastic fantastic trend here also. We've seen a massive recovery really over the last 3 months. We sold off for 4 months. We've been buying back for the last 3, and we're coming up into a level now around parity is really what I'm looking at there. And you can see on the weekly a strong move, a bit of an uptrend, high low, moving higher up into parity is the level that I'm really considering this move to, and quite possibly even beyond. Lovely trend through here, and I'm looking on the daily, but I'm also looking on the lower time frames, down onto the 4 hour, the 8 hour, the 12 hour. These types of time frames are the sorts of time frames I'm looking at for small green candles in the buy zone, looking for moves higher, something like what we've seen right there. Nice convergence across all of these time frames, and I really am quite bullish Aussie CAD up into that parity level. The next one and final is Kiwi CAD, very similar to Aussie in the fact that it has been trending quite well. The monthly is looking very strong. We are coming up around these old highs and looking for a break higher. We are in a very strong uptrend. We have broken through these these levels, and on the weekly, same sort of thing. We've got an uptrend, and on the daily as well. So a very, very strong Kiwi, a very strong Aussie over the last couple of weeks, and I'm looking for these opportunities, pulling back into these zones. A lot more will be shown on the webinars this week. Register for those webinars, guys. I really look forward to seeing you, and they're helping you out and taking you through, showing you how I scan the foreign exchange markets. Have a great trading week. I hope it's helped. Bye for now.